RCA Victor and its dealers present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Wider, wider, wider. No, no, no. No, open your throat more. Open your throat and don't talk back. What? I said I was trying to open my throat, but it doesn't seem to open properly. Not the way you want to. I open it, but it doesn't seem to open. It's not... Oh, Oliver, honestly now, dear, we're going to work out this lesson. Well, I want to, Madame Octopus. I have great faith in your great teaching, but I cannot produce the impossible. Dragons are made differently than other people. My throat is different. It doesn't contract and expand the way other throats do. Well, let's try a tone now. Jack, do you have some exercises there? What do you want me to do? The me, my, mom-o moves. Oh, yes, I like those. They're my favorite. Me, my, mom. Smile when you say me. Me, my, mom-o move. Me, my, mom-o move. No, you're not round enough on the ooh. You're not round enough on the ooh. Ooh. Flat. Let me see your soft palate. Give me that tone again. Oh, the trouble is your soft palate is not functioning properly. You've got to get your vibrations. Now, let's open up and let me see. No. That's better. The whole trouble is your breathing. Now, let's try it again. Up one, please. Me, my, mama, moo. Better. Me, my, mama, moo. All right, now let's try the... Oh, Madame Octopus, the way you do that. Well, I've had more training than you, dear. Try it now. I'm good up in the high range, don't you think? Well, I can break glasses. Let's not try breaking the glasses. Let's just try getting the right round pear-shaped tones. A little more staccato. Staccato? Very good. Very nice. You see, dear, now, really, Oliver, I want to be proud of you. I want you to be proud of me, Madame Octopus. Next week, you know, well, the end of this week, as a matter of fact, the New York City Opera is coming to Chicago, and they're going to have a nice season here, I'm sure. And, you know, in case they might come up to see the show sometime, well, I was thinking perhaps along the line somewhere, they might want maybe an understudy, or who knows, maybe one of the baritones might not come with them or something. Maybe I could step in at the last minute. That's the whole idea. Yes, dear, but your range, you don't have a baritone range anymore. You don't get those high golden tones. I'll try, Madame Octopus. Give it to me, Jack. Divine! I thought it was good, too. I could feel it. All the way down to your toes. Wonderful. That's the way to do it. Oh, I think you're going to be in perfect voice. Oh, the great things we'll do this season. Oh, I think it's wonderful, too, Madame Octopus. I was so thrilled about the NBC operas when I saw them. You know, it's so exciting to be able to be in an opera like that. I love what we do here in the Kuklapolitan Playhouse, but, usually we have to, combine things into a short period. And I'd love it if we could do a real whole opera sometime. Would you really work at it if I said we could do it sometime? Oh, Madame Octopus, I'd work my tooth to the bone. You know I would. If I only had the opportunity. Well, Oliver, I think it's a grand idea, and I think I'll think about it. But before we go into that, I'd like to hear you sing your exercise, your song for the week. Oh, yes, my aria? Yes. May I sing it in costume? Yes, I'd like to see you singing in costume. Fine, I'll be right back. Jack, dear.
Oh, yes, sir.
I want you to get more staccato in your music.
Rather crisp.
Yes. Do you think, dear, if we decided to do an opera, you could gather a few of the musician boys, and we could have, violins and French horns and cellos and all the rest?
I'd be very happy to.
Wouldn't it be nice? We could do our own opera. I think it would be divine. I think Frances would enjoy it, too.
I'm sure she would.
I'm ready. Oh, fine, lovely. All right, dear. Up straight. Stomach in. Stomach in. Stomach in. Chin back. Make up your mind. Can't you do both at the same time? Not and sing. All right, go ahead now. Be relaxed. No, not so relaxed. You must stand up. Are you tense? Your backbone is all out of place. That's better. Now try it. Blow, blow the winter wine. Thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude, as man's ingratitude. I like that message there. Blow, blow, thou winter wine, thou art not so unkind as man's ingratitude. Let's sing the song and forget the message. I can't see you anymore. Tears are covering my eyes. It's your hat, dear. Jude, thy tooth is not so keen. Wait, what's the grace note? Well, I'd watch it if I could see it. Thy tooth is not so keen. Oh, that was lovely, Madame Octopus. Try it. Thy tooth is not so keen, because thou art not seen. Thy tooth is not so... No, legato, darling, legato. Smoothly. Where's that, Jack? Thy tooth is not so keen. What control? Thy tooth is not so keen. Fine. Because thou art not seen. Oh, you've got me frightened. No, just go ahead, dear. I know, but I'm scared to try it anymore. Go ahead. Stand up straight. Although thy breath be rude, although thy breath be rude, although thy breath be rude, Hi-ho, Holly, hi-ho, Holly. This life is most, watch it, jolly, says Ollie. That's not the way that song is written. I know, but I like that last little part. Didn't you think that was nice? It was such a joy. Don't you think that little bit, it lends a more familiar term to the whole thing. You need it, don't you think? For television? Well, we'll decide that later, but dear, you did quite well. Jack, don't you think he did well?
Excellent.
Flat a little here, not so sure of your notes. You can't get a green star this week, but you'll get a brown one, green one next week, and perhaps after that, you get a nice gold star when you finish memorizing the whole song. Oh, I can hardly wait for that day. But tell me, Madame Octopus, do you suppose we could really do an opera together? You and I and the Cooperpolitan players? Why not? Why not? Just think. Pagliacci. I'd like to do Traviata. Or perhaps Carmen. We could do them all. Oh, think of that. One maybe every month or 2 months. Be divine. Oh, I can just see it. I can, too. A toreador. No. Don't strain the vocal cords. Must protect them. Sing only in concert, and let's just rest and use our voice carefully. Oh, think of it. A whole hour. Wow, we could really tell the story then. Yes, it would be grand. It's been my lifelong ambition. I hope sometime to be able to do it. I'll work on it, Madam Uncle Puss. You're a good boy. You're a fine music teacher. Goodbye. Goodbye, Oliver. Goodbye, Madam Uncle Puss. Au revoir until the next time I see you, when we will have prepared the centaur opera. Yes, I will work on it, but meanwhile... Mum's the word. Mum! Tick-tock, double lock, don't tell us so. Ah, here is Frances approaching. Shall I tell her of my plan? Yes, I will tell her of my plan.
I really wasn't approaching because I was most comfortable where I was.
Well, I just wanted you to come
Where are you
over.
going?
No
Or
place.
had you been?
No, I haven't been anyplace. I was working out opera.
Oh, I see.
Going to do. Madam Uncle Puss is training me. The New York City Opera Company is coming next week.
Well, that's nice.
And I think it's going to be... Oh, pardon me.
That's all right.
I had no idea. My feather would bother you.
Well, it really does. It's
Yeah, sorry.
quite far-reaching.
I borrowed it
Did you?
from one of the fellows that pours the coffee at the pump room.
Oh, how nice.
He
Yes.
gave it to me.
Well, it's beautiful.
Well, he didn't know I was going to use it for this. He said, sharpen the end and you can write with it. That's silly.
Oh.
Who ever heard of that? Writing with a feather.
Who indeed?
Well, anyway, Madam Uncle Puss has got a great
As long
idea.
as you're here,
Hmm?
why don't you take it off? Put it downstairs.
You don't like my hat.
Well, it keeps me at such a distance.
You don't like my hat.
I love your hat. I'm mad for your hat.
You just don't like it because it goes like that?
That's right.
Well, I'll fix that soon.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
It's no fun to talk to you if I have to stand way on one side of the room and you on the other.
I'll fix
That
that.
won't get it at all. Well, that's better. I like it that way. It's a kind of a Pope bonnet style. Really, Ollie, you have no
I love
idea
it.
how much better that looks.
You like it?
I certainly
Shaves
do.
my eyes from these nasty television lights.
I should say. It's just beautiful.
Hello,
Oh,
Jack.
okay.
Peekaboo.
You look more like your mother than I've ever seen you look before.
Do I really?
Oh,
She
yes.
wears big hats like
Mhm.
this, garden hats.
With a great air and flair. to
Yes, she does. I'd love to see Mother. I haven't seen her since summer.
I wish she could come for Christmas.
Maybe she can.
Wouldn't it be wonderful? Would your father come, do you think?
I don't know.
He doesn't care much about traveling.
Well, it isn't that, but he is. You know, he's taken up so many more duties at the Brimstone Club.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he has to be down there quite a bit more now than he used to. So I don't know that he would come or
It
not.
makes a good story, anyway.
What do you mean, Francis?
Well, I don't know. I never could just see that business was so rushing at the Brimstone Club at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
But he has to work on his notes and things.
His notes.
Well, that's what he says.
Well, that's what I say.
I don't think he'll come. I think Mother might come, though. If I
Wouldn't
asked
it be
her.
wonderful?
Yeah. How do you think I'd be in an opera like this?
Oh, I think you'd
Ah! Camille! You see, he knew. He knew. He...
She'd wear a hat
Sorry.
like that.
What, do you mind wearing a feather on the other side?
No,
I
I'll-
just got a switch from that side. It's very unfortunate for me when he turns it around.
Well, wouldn't you mind taking the hat off?
I like it this way. Look at me.
Let's try it another way.
How?
Well,
Off!
No, now don't. You're going to spoil it. It's a
Ooh,
lovely...
spoil
No,
it.
Ollie, I don't like that feather in my face all the time.
I was thinking,
My very favorite feather.
I
You hurt its feelings.
heard it.
Oh, Ollie, this is silly.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yes, it's pretty ridiculous. Now, let's get on with the day.
I know a lovely way to wear it.
How?
Hey, you have to take it off so I can
Take it
show
off.
you.
Watch my eyelashes.
No. let's see. I like it that way.
Now it gets in my face.
Well, that's what
Hmm?
the idea was.
Okay, that's what you
But
want.
no, I don't want it over here. No.
Stop it now! Set it out!
Well, tell me more about
Go on,
that.
hit me with the hat again. That's what they always do in the vaudeville shows. Go on, hit me with the hat again.
Like that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's awesome. They always do that on the
Roll up
television.
newspapers.
Yeah, no, on the television. Take off the hat. Bang, bang.
Makeup.
Makeup. Makeup. Ow!
What are you feeling so good about?
Well, Madam Octopus, I wonder if I should tell the secret.
What's the...
Was it a really secret?
Yes, it's a real. Well, it's not a real secret. No, you should know about it.
Well, Ollie, right now, could you wait just a few minutes?
Well, maybe I really should because I shouldn't really tell. I better confer with Madam Octopus before.
Well, if it's a secret, you certainly should.
What in the world have you got in mind now, old fellow, chappy boy?
Well, I just wanted to talk about something from RCA Victor.
From RCA Victor?
Well, from RCA, really.
Well, by all means, do.
What is it? Tell us. I'm all too. It's funny wasn't it, right now? Don't do that, Kukla. I
Go on,
don't like when you close my mouth like that.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Well, you did. Please don't do that to me. I'm your friend, and I don't like you to close my mouth like...
I don't like it when you bite my nose.
No, that's why I do it.
I don't like it when you don't pay any attention to me.
Here we are. We're right back. We're right back.
Well, now say on, the great thing you were going to say.
Who? Oh, me. Yes.
Yes, please.
Well, I wanted to talk about RCA picture tubes for television.
Oh, that would be very nice. I'd like to hear what you have to
You
say
have
about
to say it because I don't understand things like that.
You don't understand? You don't understand RCA picture tubes for television?
Well, I don't understand television.
Oh, Francis, that's a simple matter.
Well,
Don't you remember the lectures I used to give with camera? With my television camera and the Zoom-R lens? I must do those again sometime. Yes, I will. Don't you remember those?
Well, I remember when you gave them, but I didn't ever understand them at the time.
Well, Fran, look, there are some RCA tubes that the boys sent up to me from the factory, and I thought maybe you would bring in. Why don't you bring in that big 16-inch tube or the 20-inch tube there?
Could I bring that
Would
in?
you? Be real wonderful. Then we can talk about.
Let me explain it to her because my language is so much more poetic.
Oh, do I have the right end out there?
Franny, don't you understand all this? Well, I guess you've never looked inside of an RCA.
All I see is me.
No, well, it's not connected, Fran. See, now that...
I thought it was a very
Just let me.
good likeness of me.
That part back there, you see, goes into the set, and the part there, the front part, the where you were seeing your likeness there, your reflection. Ooh, but a handsome dragon. Oh, it's me.
Now, come on, tell me.
Well, that's the part that you look at, you see, only it's framed by a little rectangular frame. You see, the picture comes out in rectangular size.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you want to do it, shall I?
Well, go ahead. You're doing beautiful.
Well, you see, the picture that you see as you watch television, it's virtually painted on the face or the screen of an electron tube. You see, this is an electron tube.
Mm-hmm.
And the beam, this electron beam, paints the picture, the entire picture, Fran, line by line, in 1/30th of a second.
It doesn't.
It does.
It does.
I
Does
wasn't doubting you at all.
Well, it does.
Well, all right, if it does.
1/30th of a second. And you know something very important, that you have accurate control of such high speeds, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and you have to have, to have that accurate control, you have to have a very fine precision and control in every stage of production.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's important to have the very finest picture tube, an RCA picture tube, in your television set.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good. That's very fine. I know that there are more RCA picture tubes in active service now than any other brand.
That's
Really?
true.
Isn't it
Yeah.
wonderful?
And there's an RCA picture tube for virtually every type of receiver, regardless of make.
Well, I didn't know that.
Certainly.
And size, too?
In size, too. There are over 5 million RCA kinescopes.
Kinescopes? What's a kinescope?
It's like picture tube.
Oh.
It's a picture tube. That's a technical term for it.
Oh, of course I should have known that. I'm so technical.
Well, may I give this back to one of the boys?
If you like.
All right.
And when you go over, you tell him just what we told you about the painting on the picture tube.
It's very important. You know something, Kukla, the secret of all this outstanding performance of RCA television picture tubes, you know, it has has a lot to do with the way basic engineering, design, and development are worked out.
Oh, I know that.
Inspection and control of all the raw materials that goes into it and all the components through every manufacturing process.
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 Every manufacturing process. And all along the line, the tube is subjected to numerous critical tests and inspections.
To what?
Numerous critical tests and inspections.
Oh, yes, yes.
And that is why the completed RCA picture tube represents the ultimate in electronic magic, worthy of bearing the famous RCA trademark.
Magic?
Yes, it's pronounced like gypsy.
Fine. Grand. Now, what was the secret you had to tell us?
Would you and Fran and Jack like to take part in a great experiment?
In the laboratory?
No, right up here on the stage.
What kind?
Operatic?
Operatic? Well, I don't sing opera, Ollie.
You can do it. You have a fine high tenor voice.
Thank you very much, but I don't know opera very well.
Oh, but this will be great. We're going to work it out. We're going to have an hour show.
A what?
You can get a little more time, can't you?
Well, Ollie, I don't think that we could manage that.
Why not?
Well, I don't think we could manage a whole hour because...
Just get a half hour more. Add them together and we'll have an opera.
Well, Ollie, it's not as simple as that.
Why not? You can do it. Don't we have faith in him, Fran?
Faith in
In Kukla.
Oh, well, I always have had.
But I...
What do you want to do, Ollie?
And we're going to give an hour-long performance.
Where?
Here.
Who told you?
Well, I decided.
Well, Ollie,
Well, you have as much right to decide things as anyone else, I guess.
yeah, I figure that.
Had you just thought when you'd do it?
Yes. Soon.
Well, the sooner the better, I would say that.
What's all this mystery about?
Oh, Ollie, it's...
Now look here, I want to get to the bottom of this. I have been noticing we've had an awful lot of mail coming in this last few days. I haven't been able to read it because I've been working out some of these ideas. But I did happen to see a postcard, and it said, "What's this kidding about 15 minutes? What's this kidding about time?" I want to know, is it a private joke, or is it something that everybody can get in on? This is a friend, I can't remember this fellow's name, but he's from Brooklyn. And I don't blame him for wanting to know, because I want to know, too, right this minute.
Well, Ollie,
You tell him.
quite soon, the show, we're going to do... Well, we're not going to do a half-hour show. We're going to do a 15-minute show.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you... What? This is not true. But the opera.
Well, you could do an act a day.
Yes.
Well, he would lose the continuity.
Oh, no, it
He would lose the entire continuity.
Oh, no.
What? Who did this? How? This?
No, Ollie,
Now,
no.
just take it easy.
I want you to read
You
some
know,
of this.
everything is sort of streamlined these days.
Yes, everything. And
Figures,
Why did... Why?
cards,
Well,
everything.
Give me a reason.
Well,
Well, you give us one.
Well, I have no reason.
call it circumstances beyond our control.
I always love that.
It's a very good one. It's a very good reason.
But Kukla, how, you mean just, we're going to be, well, what time?
We're going to be on at the same time, but we're just going to, well, we'll just
Less
be with,
of it.
less of it. Be with our friends a little shorter time. But we can work out some.
You know, it'd be
fine
quite
ideas.
wonderful. Maybe, Ollie, if you didn't want to just take part in every day's performance, maybe you could be kind of an announcer. You know, Kukla, how they do.
Yeah, and
And
sum up.
You could sum up and say, and you come out at the end and you say, well, and then you go on and you sum up whatever's happened. And you say, will so-and-so catch such and such now and then?
That's a soap opera.
What's the thought?
We're not going to have...
Well, who knows? We'll work out some different ideas. And
I think everyone should come up with some kind of an
I
idea
think we
and
ought to-
then take the best out of all those submitted and put them together, and
Fletcher Rabbit already came up with an idea.
Oh, did
Did
he?
he know about it before I did?
What does he
No,
think?
but he thinks we ought to have a news program.
A news program.
I think that would be
Motorcade?
sort of talking about the motorcade and have little interviews.
Well, that's nice.
15 minutes, I can't do any big production. How am I going to... I can't work out my experiments.
Oh, sure you can. You can have them all set to go when we begin.
Hey, but I don't usually get the idea till we start.
We have to start
Let's
thinking.
just start a little
sooner.
earlier.
But I can't conceive of this.
Well, we'll talk about it more, and we'll tell everybody the exact
I
time
think that's
and
great
date
possibility.
when it starts. And you know, Ollie, we've had such wonderful mail. I do want you to read it. Some friends who've heard about this news have written us the most wonderful, wonderful letters, and I'm going to answer every one. And we appreciate it because it means a great deal to hear from our friends everywhere.
Yes, it does. I must read them. Goodness gracious sakes, I don't know what to do. Just don't know what to do.
Well, don't feel bad.
No, goodness, no.
Oh, no, just...
We'll have a board meeting.
Something else I want to mention, a little something I want you to read later. Television
Oh.
Week.
Television a week.
Can you read that? I will do a triple story.
Certainly will. Thank
Well-
you very much.
I don't feel like opera, but I might feel like a soft, sweet little song. Maybe it'll calm Ollie down a little bit.
Something we do together?
Could we do a duet today?
You tell me what you'd like to do.
Oh, well, it's Monday. How about Monday's, child?
Well, I start that.
All right.
Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace.
Wednesday's child wears a happy smile. Thursday's child sings all the while.
Friday's child takes pleasure in giving. Saturday's child takes joy in living.
But the child born on Christmas Day
Is sweet and wise, good and
Remember, in television, it's RCA.
Victor.
You know what this is. It's an RCA picture tube. But what you may not know is that there's an RCA picture tube in every size from 7-inch through 21-inch, including the most popular sizes for TV receivers in use today, regardless of make. And no other picture tube has so much experience behind it. RCA, foremost pioneer in television, has made millions of picture tubes to bring millions of television owners the brightest, sharpest pictures science knows how to achieve. Remember, you pay no more for an RCA picture tube, and you enjoy the clearest picture your television set can give you. When you replace your present tube or convert to a larger screen, insist on the best, an RCA picture tube. Your neighborhood television dealer or service shop displaying this sign will be glad to serve you. The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Beulah Zachary. The director is Louis Gomovitz. The costume designer is Joseph Lockwood. And the technical director is John Nathalie.
And this is Burr Tillstrom. Good night.
Remember, ask for the new Kukla, Fran and Ollie record album the next time you visit your RCA Victor dealer. Available on 45 and 78. RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in television, first in recorded music.
NBC Television.